Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with a beautiful set of long bling nails. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and push back her cuticles. Now I did remove the last set that she had on. So what I did was I filled up a little bowl with acetone. I cut down the nails that she had. I followed them down a little and then we let them soak off until the acrylic was completely off. So now I'm removing the shine from the natural nail. So for that I'm using a 180 sanding band. And remember, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you remove all the shine because that will cause lifting if you do leave some shiny parts, because our nails have natural oils on them and the oils and the acrylic nails do not mix together, so you will have lifting. So be careful with that. Once again, make sure that you follow the nail really good, but also make sure that you don't put too much force on the nail because it will cause friction and it will cause their nail to burn. Alrighty, so after we prep the nail, we're going to go in and apply our nail tips. So I'm going to be using my clear nail tips and my KDS glue. So I will have my website up again soon and restocked, so stay tuned for that. But remember, when you're applying nail tips, if one tip is too small and the other one's too big, always go with the bigger one, because if not, the nail will eventually start to crack or even cause your nail to lip. So remember, if one's too small and one's too big, always go with the bigger one and then just follow it down to fit perfectly on their nails. Once again, I'm using my KDS glue and I will have these nails back on my website pretty soon. Okay, so after all the tips are on, she didn't want them cut down, so we're just gonna file them. So she wants the coffin shape, so I'm just using my 100 nail file and I'm just shaping them into a coffin. So remember, when you're filing nails, you literally just file from side to side. As you can see, you always want to file against the nail grooves of the nails. You don't want the tip to be bigger than the side of the nail because it won't look as natural. So once again, always just alternate from side to side to make sure that you don't have a crooked nail, and then the tip you follow it at a 90 degrees angle to make sure that you have a really straight nail, and then you blend the tip in the middle so it look more natural. Once again, I'm using a 100 nail file and we are shaping the nails into a coffin shape. So after we're done shaping the nails, we're going to dust the nails off and we're going to apply our primer. So I'm using my OPI Bondex, and just a reminder, the only reason why I use my OPI Bondex is because I have a lot of it. But if you use OPI or, Mia Secret, try to use their primer just to, just to be safe. But now we're going in with our Mia Secret acrylic system, which is my powder and my liquid. And then I'm using my alpha brush in a number 8. So I did a thin layer of acrylic. And then I am going to be using some glitter. I'm not really sure if it's actually glitter because the pieces are bigger, but they're like little round pieces. And these are silver, like a silver holographic. So what I do to pick them up is I dip my brush into the liquid and into the powder. Just get a little bitty bead and then dip it into the glitter to pick up the pieces. And then I'm doing a full nail on this one, so I'm going to fill up the whole nail with the little beads. And then after that, I'm going to go back and encapsulate the beads with acrylic. Once again, I'm using my Mia Secret acrylic system, which is my pink powder and my liquid. And I'm using my alpha brush in a number 8. And I do have a promo code for the brushes, so I'll leave that in the description. And then also next time that I restock my website, I will have some little beads similar to this one. There'll be different colors. I believe on my Instagram I posted a picture of some other nails that were similar to these and everybody liked them, so I will have the little beads or the little, like I said, I don't know what they're called, glitter, that will be on my website pretty soon. So once again, when you're applying acrylic, make sure that you apply acrylic as needed and not just apply acrylic everywhere. As you can see, I kind of turn my nail sideways and look at it from different angles. If it looks too flat on one side, I go back and add another little bead, but don't just go back and apply a big bead because it will be a hot mess and you will have a lot of falling to do at the end. Alrighty, so for this index finger, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tip. Instead of doing a whole nail with the little beads, I'm going to do just the tip. Once again, I dip my brush into the liquid, then into the powder, get a small bead of acrylic, and then dip it into the little beads. That way the the acrylic works kind of like as a glue basically to lay the beads down. And once again, we're doing a tip, and then after that, we're going to come back with acrylic and just encapsulate it. Alrighty, so same thing for the other hand. I'm going to go ahead and just get these glitter nails out of the way because the rest of the nails would just be plain acrylic. So for this one, we're going to do another tip. So same thing, or sorry, not the tip, but I'm doing like the middle of the nail. So it's just going to be a little bit right in the middle. And then I am going to go back and add some actual silver glitter to this one, kind of to fill in the little gaps. But this one is just a little bit of a glitter right in the middle. And then we're going to come back and encapsulate it as well. And as you can see, the acrylic started running over to the side. So when that happens, make sure that you wipe right away. Don't wait for it to dry up. Make sure you wipe it off right away, because if not, it will be impossible to file it off, which means that you will have lifting on that nail. So always make sure you clean up your acrylic around your cuticle area really good. Okay, and this is the part where I added the glitter. Once again, then I'm going to go back and encapsulate the glitter with my acrylic. And as you can see, I always use my pink acrylic even if I'm encapsulating nails, because it's like a really sheared pink that it's almost clear, so it doesn't matter. So if you have the Mia Secret and you want to just get the pink color, that's fine. You don't have to get the clear and the pink. You can always just get this pink and it works as both. So once again, we're just going to encapsulate it, and then we're going to do another nail with the glitter, and then the rest would just be plain acrylic. Alrighty, so if you can look at my brush, you can kind of see that there's acrylic starting to get stuck to it on the end of it, or like on the corner of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it in a little dapping dish with acetone to let it soak off. And then I switched over to my alpha brush in the number 10. So as you can see, it's a little bit bigger, but remember, we're applying acrylic, so we laid that first be right in the middle where the natural nail and the tip meets. The next one is right below that one, and we always brush it down towards the tip. Remember, make sure you don't brush too hard. You kind of just want to feather it down, because you don't want to just brush the whole product down to the tip, because you don't want your tip to be super thick. And then just look at it as you go, and if you need to add some more, then that's fine. But remember, just work with the product that you can control. That way you don't have a big hot mess. The next bead is closer to the cuticle area. As you can see, I just laid it down. We brush that one back down to the tip as well. And then this last one will form our apex, which would be the stress area. So a lot of people, even just yesterday, somebody said that they have a hard time with their nails not breaking, like back there in the middle of the natural nail. And that could be that if you have long nails and you don't have a good apex area and your nail bends or something, it will break, because that's why you need your apex, because that's where the nail gets its strength. So make sure that you have a nice apex area, which is right there, like right in the middle of your natural nail. You want that area to be thicker, because once again, that's where it gets its strength from. So yeah, after this, we're just gonna do the rest of the nails with the regular, or not regular, but we're just not gonna do any more glitter. Alrighty, so now we're going to go back in with our 100 nail file, and we're just going to redefine that shape. You know, it's already that coffin shape that we want, but after we apply the acrylic, sometimes the edges get a little rough. So we're going to go back and just redefine that shape. Once again, I'm using my 100 nail file, and as you can see, I always place my nail file like right on the side of their nail groove, and then I file down towards the tip, and then the tip I file at a 90 degrees angle to make sure that it's nice and straight. And I also do have a video on how to shape nails, so just go ahead and make sure you check that out as well. Also, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, because remember, once we hit 100K subscribers, I am going to do a even bigger giveaway. So the winner of the last giveaway was announced on YouTube, on Instagram, and Facebook, and her name is Aaliyah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the giveaway. Thank you for everybody that participated, but we're gonna get back to this. Alrighty, so after reshaping the nails, now I'm going to go in with my e-file, and I'm using my fine drill bit, and we're just following the acrylic. As you can see, I always focus around that cuticle area. Make sure we have a really nice cuticle area to make sure that we don't have any lifting. As you can see on that one nail, you're able to see where her cuticles start, where her natural nail is, and where the acrylics start. That way I know that there's no acrylic on her actual cuticle, which means that we won't have any lifting. So once again, I always focus on that cuticle area. As you can see, I go from one end of the nail, or from one side of the nail to the other, and I just keep going back and forth until I get a good clean area. And after that, I just file the rest of the nail, but I don't usually have any bumps or lumps. But if you do, just go back and file the rest of the nail to make sure that it's nice and even. And remember, make sure you look at the side of your nail, or just look at your nail from different angles to make sure you don't see any bumps. And if you do, you go back and file it, because you will be able to see those through your polish. Alrighty, so after we file them, we're going to go back and buff them. So this is to just get rid of any of the scratches left from our e-file. And as you can see, after I buff each nail, I run my finger across the top of the nail to make sure that it's nice and smooth. And you want to make sure you do that, because sometimes you can't really just see any bumps or lumps. But once you rub your finger over the nail, you will be able to feel them. So once again, we're just buffing the nails, and after this, we're just going to dust them off, wipe them off with an alcohol wipe, and then we're going to start the bling application. Alrighty, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Just My Luck polish by Color Club, which is a silver holographic polish. And as you guys know, this is the one that I always use for the base for my rhinestones. So I'm going to be doing a full nail of rhinestones on that one. And to clean up around my cuticle area, I am using my 2-in-1 cleanup brush and nail art brush, which will be on my website pretty soon. I'm also going to be using my Mia Secret gel resin, my SS6, my SS12, and then I'm also going to be using some bigger pieces, which are also on my website. And then once again, I'm using my Mia Secret gel resin, and I'm using my wax pencil as well. Alrighty, so as you can see, I laid my glue down. Now I'm just going to pick up my rhinestones with my pencil, with my wax pencil. And then for this one, it's just going to be a straight line down the nail. So I did a SS16, a SS12, another SS12, and then the rest will be the SS6. And then I'm also going to be using my Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator, which is the spray that basically helps the glue dry, because it will still dry without it, but it will take a little bit longer. So I do recommend that you get the Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator. And no, just because it's a gel resin, you don't have to cure it. I had a lot of people asking me that. So you do not have to cure this y'all can't talk. You do not have to cure the Mia Secret Gel Resin at all. You just spray the activator on it and it dries a little bit faster. Okay, so for this nail, I'm using the horseshoe eyes and the teardrop, or the raindrop, I forget what it's called. And then I'm using my SS6 and my SS12, and then I'm just gonna fill in the rest of the nail with those two sizes. Once again, I'm using my Mia Secret gel resin. As you can see, I apply some glue, I apply rhinestones down, and then I go back and apply more gel resin as I need it. Alrighty, so for this hand, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some of the bigger 3D pieces. So for that, I laid down my gel. And y'all, I cannot find the link to where I got this one from, but I promise that if I find it, I will give it to you guys, because it's like a little bitty pot. So I just place the big crystals on the nail, and then we do have to let this one cure. This one is actual gel. So as you can see, I'm going to go back and add a little bit more, because you basically want the crystal to kind of like just sit in the gel. So I added some more, and then I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds. I'm going to go back to that first nail and add a couple more rhinestones. Alrighty, so this hand is done. So now I'm going to go back in and apply my IBD gel top coat. And it is a non-cleanse, so you don't have to go back and wipe it off. And it's really, really shiny. This is the one that I always use. And you can get it from eBay. It's about $8, I believe. So I'll leave the link in the description. So yeah, I'm going to apply the top coat on all the nails. And then I'm going to cure them for 60 seconds. Alrighty, so we finished applying all the bling. So same thing for the other hand. I'm going to go ahead and apply my IBD gel top coat. And then we're going to cure this hand for 60 seconds as well. Alrighty, y'all, so this is the final look. They turned out absolutely flawless. They look so good. They're so shiny, and they're just so beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at GetNailed32, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Bye bye.